Welcome back to English. Hey, we are on a new day here on Tuesday. Same pages in the English book, pages 74 and 75. Please have those out and ready. If you don't have your English book, pause this video, go grab it. That's going to really help you out here. Still the same topic today, wrapping up singular possessive nouns. Tomorrow we move on to plural possessive nouns. But really want to focus on a couple of errors a lot of people make with these possessive nouns. First of all, let's get to just a little bit of review here. You might remember this. Again, when you think of possessive, think of ownership, that you have something. And remember how in English we do that. If you remember from yesterday, to show that something owns or possesses something, you write the singular noun and then add s. It really is that easy. It can still be a challenge though, because it looks a little bit like a plural noun, right? Well, you know there's no mans, it's men. But like girl, right? You just add s to make it plural. But please notice we didn't just add s. We added the apostrophe s. A lot of times after this unit with third grade, I've had third graders that all of a sudden every time they make a singular noun, they add apostrophes, and they have apostrophes all over the place in their writing. We need to be careful we don't do that. If you remember going back a couple weeks ago when we went about singular and plural nouns, we never talked about apostrophes. To make a singular noun like a pen, to make it plural, if I have two pens, I just add s, right? That's the correct way to make it singular one to plural more than one. But again, focus here that we're not doing singular and plural. We're showing possession or showing ownership. And that's why that apostrophe s is so important. Please notice here, this is kind of some error. When you look here, which sentence is correct? The boy's truck is new. The boy's truck is new. If you remember way back to yesterday, 24 hours ago, we talked about think. Who is owning something? In this case, it's the boy that owns it, or the boy that has it, or has possession of it. So that's when you gotta have, it's still one, right? Still one boy. That's when you gotta have right here the apostrophe s. I know it's just a simple, subtle, small change, but that's so important in English because that shows that, yep, it's the boy's truck. Not this, not sentence A, because that's showing that there's many boys, plural. That's not what we're talking about. It's the boy's apostrophe s truck. Same with sentence 2. We're talking still about one firefighter. So you can't just do what they did in sentence B and just add an S and think we're okay. Here you're telling me there's many firefighters. That's not correct. In sentence A, which they correctly did, they still have the singular noun, firefighter, and they add apostrophe S to show that he owns or he has the hose, right? It's his hose. It's a firefighter's hose. Same with 3. Right? I know we're getting redundant here, but this is such a small, minor thing, but a huge thing to make sure you add the apostrophe in the correct spot. Remember, write the singular noun, add apostrophe s. So here sentence A is correct. There's still only one vet or veterinarian. You add apostrophe s. I want you to take a look at this one right here, and please notice there is an error. I want you to take just a few seconds and find the error. If you're taking a look here, what somebody did is they had a plural noun here that they incorrectly or wrongly added an apostrophe to. Remember, if you have several questions, that is the correct, that's fine. But it's just going from a singular noun to a plural noun. You have 4 questions. You just add s to make it a plural noun. You can't just start adding apostrophes every time you want, because the question doesn't own anything in this sentence. Sam's teacher asked very good questions. Now this here is correct, because you're saying whose teacher? Well, Sam's teacher. There's just one Sam, but you add apostrophe S so that he owns the teacher. Now I know that might be silly to say he owns the teacher. He doesn't necessarily own it or have possession of her, but it's his teacher, right? That's kind of the whole point of that. It's his teacher. So you add apostrophe S. Don't start adding apostrophes to plural nouns. It's not correct. Okay. Let's go down here. You got to try to figure out which one is correct. The lady's smile is warm and friendly, or the lady's smile is warm and friendly. I want you to think here, how many ladies are there? If you talked about one, that is correct. It is this one right here, because lady is a singular noun, and all you do is add the apostrophe S to show that it's her smile, right? It's her smile. So here's your assignment. Yes, you have to write out the sentences, and yes, you will be okay. There's only 8 sentences. But the point of this is so you're not doing the error that we just talked about, but you're getting used to having the apostrophe S added to singular nouns, right? So number 1, whose clock is it? Well, Abby's. Add the apostrophe S to Abby, and you need to write out the sentence. You're going to be fine. Abby's clock radio wakes her up with music. Please write that whole sentence with adding the apostrophe S to Abby. If you're having trouble with it, it's the underlined word that you're gonna add apostrophe S to show ownership. Here's the example sentence right here. Notice person is underlined. They wrote out the entire sentence and they added the apostrophe S to an underlined word to show that it's the person's life. It's their life, right? That's your assignment for this Tuesday. I do hope you have a wonderful day as you praise your Savior.